We're live everywhere. All right. Hello.
All right. Let's
Idiots
do it.
on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, stand-up comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going?
Well, we're both Packers shit the bed last night. Lions are eliminated. Packers are going to be first out. They'll take their wild card and lose it because they just can't get their shit together. It's insane.
Yeah, it's rough, man. The Lions were really good the first half of the season, and they were great the last two. They just forgot how to block, apparently. And
and the Packers are like, "Hey, Derrick Henry's running. Should we stop him? Nah, let's not tackle. Let's Ultra's going Buffalo. I haven't picked my backup team yet. I always wait to see who weeds out, and then I pick up a backup. I'm fine with Buffalo. I think they deserve it. I'd love to see Josh Allen get something.
I want to see the Bears do well. You know, another NFC North team they're the one in the division I'm not usually mad at because they usually ain't playing worth the shit, but now they are, and I give 100% credit to the Lions for that because the Bears stole Ben Johnson from us. One of the greatest crimes of the 2000s. And
Ultra.
Now he is their head coach, and I give him 100% of the credit for the Bears' success. Their season, they were at the bottom of the division last year, top of the division. This year, what is the big difference? Ben Johnson.
There we go. Ultra wants me to try tackling Henry. Yeah, I'm not a football player. I'd run like a little girl from him.
Well, that's not fair. Nobody paid Timmel $20 million for a 3-year contract to tackle that guy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Did you have a good Christmas? Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, went to PA. It was
Pennsylvania. Good. We did our usual fucking drive to one family, drive home, drive to the other family, drive to the third place. And then as a bonus, here's the bonus. When we were in Madison, Wisconsin, my fake dad, the dude my mom married, his brother died at the end of November or beginning of either way. So he's the executor, and he has been tidying everything up. And he got his brother's car. His brother's like, if I go, then you get the car. And it's he decided to give his old car to his grandson in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I got to, after the family drove to Madison, I got to wake up at 2:30 in the morning and drive to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and meet his son at the airport parking lot and just go, all right, here are the keys. And then I went and got a plane ticket home. But I had to go through Minneapolis, and the plane was delayed 3 hours, so I spent all day just drive. I started at 2:30 a.m. and got home at 5:50 p.m. So
that's wild, man.
Bonus fun. All right, let's jump into some news.
I got myself new clippers.
Okay.
Because like what me and the wife do for Christmas presents, since we live in the most expensive city in the country and we have no money. We just, we don't get too elaborate with the gifts anymore, especially having kids. So we just do like, hey, anything you need, anything you want, and I needed new clippers, right? I cut my own hair since I'm not paying a barber $25. All right. You know what I mean? You don't pay a landscaper when you live in West Texas. Okay. Yeah. It's pretty much all dirt up here. So I'm not paying somebody as if they were, trimming the hedges on some rich guy's castle in Connecticut or whatever. So I've been doing my own for a while, and I had one of those little block things.
It looks like a hockey puck. It's got three.
Yeah, I paid like next to nothing for it. Was like $20, and it worked really well at first. But a cheap thing, of course, the blades got dull.
Yeah,
the brand didn't even sell replacement blades. I don't know how you don't sell the thing. The blades
they want you to buy new every time.
Well, yeah, and I'm like, dude, just sell a new. The thing even detaches. Like to clean, just sell a new one. And I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion this whole company was nothing but a tax front for like fentanyl dealers or something. I don't know why you wouldn't sell replacement blades when it detaches so easy. Anyway, so I either way, I'm like, I got to get better shit. It's not, and it slowly got worse over time. And it's like a frog in boiling water kind of thing. I didn't realize just how bad it was, and then
wait. Let me guess. Yeah. Did you lock it up like?
Oh, that's happened when it's died.
Oh yeah, but did it get haircut where you? You know, like
that's
that. Okay, so keep going. That I was wondering if that's where you were going. Is that it would just like get stuck in your hair? But okay, continue.
No, I mean that's happened because it died. But no, it just was really dull to where it took a while to get it, and even then, I would kind of notice, if I caught pictures in the back, I'm like, it didn't work that well, even though I really tried to blend the hell out of it. Anyway, I got my new one today, like a nice Remington one, you know, like a proper, one where the blades move and everything with that little thing on the side. And I'm doing it, and I'm like, dude, it doesn't hurt when my hair's being cut. You know what I mean? Like I was like Tina Turner in her first normal relationship after decades with Ike, and I'm like, this isn't supposed to hurt. I forgot about this. This is great. I love cutting my hair now. What's love got to do with it? I was shaving the hell out of myself today.
No, Mike,
goddamn body, I did.
Mike is telling you to just shave it and use a Bic just to you could just jump on it.
Yeah, I got even have a weird face, and I know it's a hack cliche premise, but people look at me, they think there's something wrong. You know what I mean? They'll be like, is he sickly? Is he an Aryan white supremacist type of fella? He just get out of prison? What happened?
Ultra, that's how things are designed. My washing machine broke. I can easily fix it, but the only part they don't sell is the one I need. I don't think I talked about this on here, but I've talked about it in the past. A spring on our dishwasher door broke last year, and when the repair guy came out, he said, well, I'm just going to tell you straight up, it will cost you half as much to replace the spring in this door as it would to buy a new one. That's how it's designed. Like it's it's to take the door off. He's like, it's going to cost $500 and a new one is $900. So we're like, all right.
That's insane.
Muhammad Atek requested to co-host with us on TikTok. He pulled it away. It's like, thank you, Muhammad, but we're going to pass.
Ultraminch on YouTube says, Jake, grown men use razor blades. I disagree, man. I don't like razor blades at all. I don't even use razor blades for my face. I got an electric razor for that. One of the best discoveries that I ever made was like a, fairly high-end electric razor that I've had for a long time. If you get I wish I would have known about them when I was in the Army, honestly, because I had the shittier electric razors to where they'd be $10-15. They might get you through first formation or whatever, but you'd have to kind of reshave by the end of the day. Otherwise, it basically looked like you didn't shave. No. You get a nice one. It feels like you did a clean razor shave, but you don't have any of the razor burn because, you get razor burn with razors and stuff like that. And so I'm telling you, get yourself, invest a good $80 to $150 on a nice electric razor. It's one of the best investments you'll ever make.
I shave once a week. I am a member of Harry's Shave Club or some shit like that. I'm a member of one of them. They send me 4 blades every 6 weeks or something stupid. I shave once a week. Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm telling you, go electric razor. One of the best.
I got a good one. My fake dad worked at I forget before he retired, but they had high-end electric razors, and they would, Christmas sale them for $20 when they were down from 80.
Sorry, not to interrupt this story. You used fake dad twice, which I absolutely love that term as a guy with lots of them throughout my life. So you know how the day after Valentine's Day is side chick day? Can the day after Father's Day be fake dad day? Can we send him something?
Dude that married my mom. Yeah, you're cool. I like you.
Yeah, whatever beef jerky my real dad doesn't eat out of the assortment box, you get something like that.
All right.
Anyway, what were you saying about the razor?
Nothing. I would get $80 razors for $20 the day after Christmas. He worked at a place. Oh, he worked at fuck me. Not Duracell, not Energizer, Rayovac. And they purchased an electronics company that had razors, not Norelco, I don't know, but.
Okay.
All right, the first story I have, I didn't even send you a story because it was behind a paywall. I just loved the headline so much that I sent you a screenshot. 2 professors at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign said they grew suspicious after receiving identical apologies from dozens of students they had accused of academic dishonesty. Their professors caught them using AI to write papers and said, hey, we've just busted you using AI. You got to knock that off or we're going to kick you out. So the students used AI to write their apology papers. That is the best thing ever. And they got busted again.
I love it. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yes.
That's what I say. Only way out of the hurricane is through the storm. You never drop anchor in the eye of the hurricane.
Have you ever used AI to write anything? Like an email?
I've just asked it questions.
Yeah, it's very blatant. You
what
can
am I
see
doing with my
when
life? What the fuck went wrong? Things like that.
The way they phrase, the robot doesn't talk like a human. So yeah, something seems wrong when you're reading the response, and you're like, yeah, I would never have you write anything for me other than like a technical. Like if you're like, hey, here I have this blog about how to fix a dishwasher door. Can you make it very technical? But any personality, no, it just looks fucking wrong. So good on you, college students.
From what my limited understanding of this, the way that they catch a lot of them cheating is basically the professors themselves will use AI.
Yeah.
I mean? So they'll take and upload all of the papers to one thing, and then it's like the AI is going to be basically cranking out identical papers. If you got more than one student going, hey, write a paper on 15th century English, whatever the fuck. Like there's only the computer's going to be sending out the same thing basically to both those students, and so the AI can be like, this is a robot. Like they got robot snitches that basically that work for them in the colleges, little AI snitches.
I just told AI to make me
Blade.
rich.
What Wesley Snipes was to vampires, that's the college teacher's AI to students using AI.
That was just a nothing story, but I liked it. Oh, here's another nothing story. Puka Nakua from the Rams. He was in trouble. So
I brought him up last week.
Yeah. We didn't talk about this though, but so brother arrested for stealing an NBA player's car. Good. Claims NFL refs make bad calls because they want to be on TV. Interesting. Records 12 catches. I'm saving the best for last. Don't jump.
Okay. All right.
Records 12 catches for 225 yards and 2 TDs. Calls out NFL refs on Twitter after Rams blow 30-14 fourth quarter lead. Promises to do an anti-Semitic touchdown celebration on Aiden Ross's live stream. Later issues an apology. I want to know what an anti-Semitic touchdown celebration looks like. That's the one that got me. I mean, if he's in an interview like, yeah, dude, after I score a touchdown, I'll do an anti-Semitic celebration. I want to see it because I want to know what an anti-Semitic touchdown celebration looks like. Not because I want to celebrate anti-Semitism. How do you do interpretive dance that is anti-Semitic?
Well, no, we talked about it last week. That's the same video.
It is?
Yeah, that's the same video. They were dancing, I guess, and it looked like the guy was showing him a dance, and then he went like this with his hand.
Oh, the hand gesture? Okay, you did talk about that. I thought it was
no, that was a hand thing.
That was the hand thing you talked. You're right. You did bring it up.
This post didn't show a picture of it.
Again,
you just kind of fill in the blanks in your own mind, going, "Oh, he must have been Zeke heiling and goose stepping." No.
Yeah.
He was basically doing the same thing Mr. Burns does. Like, that. I mean, like it wasn't. Honestly, if I would have looked at it, like, since I saw it in the context of like, oh, this is an anti-Semitic text, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what they would do in the cartoons or whatever. Like they would draw them doing that. You know what I mean? Like
excellent
cartoons. Yeah. But if I would have just saw him doing that, I wouldn't have made the connection between anything.
Had he not said it in the interview.
Yeah, right. Had articles not claimed this was an anti-Semitic dance, which again, like I've pointed out many times, and we both pointed out on this podcast, if you write an article calling something racist, sexist, anti-Semitic, homophobic, whatever, and you don't show it in there, I immediately get suspicious. And we're sometimes surprised, as we were last week live on the show, where it does turn out to be something really, really racist. But normally,
Finland, Miss Finland. Oh, I'm rubbing my temples. No, you're not. You're
like, oh, dude, that was that was an Asian minstrel show you're doing right now.
Yeah,
crazy. But like 9 out of 10 times when some article goes, can you believe this racist thing that this person said, this homophobic thing this person said or did, and the thing isn't in there or really described at all, it usually turns out to be nothing or way overblown or something. And that's what I think it was in the case of Nakua, and he did apologize for it. He didn't realize the thing he was doing was anti-Semitic, like, which I wouldn't have either. If I saw a dude doing this, honestly, like with no context, I would think like, oh, that's like a Mr. Burns thing, or you know.
Is that supposed to be the greedy Jewish banker? Like, ooh,
yeah, no, that's what. Yeah, the cartoons.
That's what they try and say.
Doing that, and he'd have like bags of money or whatever. And to me, like, and this is like, oh, I'm scheming, right? Because
that's
like,
what I get out of it.
Stereotypes. Oh, they're doing this or that, and they're but it's like, yeah, but like in sports, you're also scheming. I'm scheming on a play to fake out this guy, this defensive back, and score a touchdown. So, like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't have necessarily made the connection between that and anything Jewish at all. Would I not? Since the journalists writing the article specifically about this guy's anti-Semitic dance made me go and dig it up myself like I'm Tom Hanks in the Da Vinci Code. You fucking hacks. You so-called journalists informing me a thing that I got to go look up. Screw you.
Ultra wants us to talk about DK punching the fan. He missed him. He took a swing at him, but he missed, I think. I was watching it live, but my favorite part is, and I obviously we don't know, but the fan has come out and got a lawyer and is like, look, was I fucking with him? Yeah. Don't make it about race. Because DK immediately went, oh, I used a racial slur. And the guy's like, I did fucking not. I have been to Lions games for 12 years. And I was poking at you. I was badgering you. Don't turn this into a racial thing. And so that's fascinating.
Is that what he's suing him over as opposed to?
Yeah, DK immediately, well, he didn't say N-bomb, but DK said he used a racial slur. And the fan is like, no, I was fucking heckling you. Do not make me a racist. I will,
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of blue-haired racists out there. I'll say that. I'm not saying they don't exist. But you know what I mean? Like,
well, there's also, I mean, I'm not going to, but generally, if you are a very big football fan, you've gotten over Jackie Robinson breaking the race barrier in baseball and in all sports. Like, it's kind of hard to like, I love football, but I hate them minorities that play it. Like
I love the game. I just hate 80% of the guys on the field. Like, that's weird. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I miss back in the leather helmet days when it was all white. Like, that's a weird guy. I hope it goes back to that. Trump, make it great again. Like, I don't, I'm not buying it. It feels like a cop out on his end. But to be fair to him, I sort of get playing that card in this situation.
Yeah.
Because I think he was.
And we don't know. Maybe he did say something and now he's realized the trouble he's in and is like coming out and saying he didn't. We don't know. Maybe something was said, but the fan
I did see some video from the bleachers the other day, and the bleachers. Yeah, there's 7 people watching from the stands, and it was from a fan. It claims to dispute it. Now you can't really hear what's being said.
Yeah.
But to me, I get why he would feel the need to sort of say that, because
he wants to. He's out 2 games and $500,000, and this is
and whereas I don't think that that punishment fit the crime either. You know what I mean? It's like
if you're gonna swing at a fan, like all you have to do is walk away. I mean, you literally.
But dude, if you're going right over and the guy is in your face and talking shit, like, come on, man, you shouldn't do that. I know that they're playing a game or whatever, but it's like you wouldn't say that shit to him on the street if you bumped into just a dude who's not him. You bump into a guy that size on the subway, in a bar, whatever. You're not, whatever he said to him, you wouldn't have fucking said it to him in a bar. People just sort of have this thing. It's like, oh, I can fucking throw things at these guys. I can scream whatever kind of shit. It's like, it's one thing to yell it from the stand. It's another thing to fucking these going over to try to do a nice thing, sign a jersey, and then you fucking get in his face. I'm sorry, man. I'm kind of on the guy's side.
I can hear that, but it's
annoying that he kind of lied and tried to make it about like race when it wasn't. But I get why he might do that if he's worried about this guy going, look, he thinks that he's beating himself with a bag of oranges going, look what he did. Look what he did. Like, hey, man, I would be worried about that too.
The fan looks like Jake Paul after getting fucking clocked.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes all Donnie Wahlberg and that Cape Fear. Just look what the guy did to me. Look what this
trolling sucks in safe spaces. Yeah, because fans don't need to yell shit. It's a pain in the ass. I thought that I lost it.
Again, yelling things from the stands, one thing.
Getting in his face about it.
When it looks like he's gonna go over and sign a jersey or whatever, and then it's like, all right, yeah, the guy shouldn't have fucking hit him. A, B, he didn't hit him that hard. You know what I mean? Because the guy,
I think
you know what I mean. And it's like, okay, so I'm not saying that this dude shouldn't be somehow reprimanded by the league, maybe small fine, whatever. I don't think he should be out games. And I'm a diehard Lions fan. You know what I mean? Like, I am a Lions fan. I think the guy in the stands was being an idiot. I don't think the guy should have hit him, obviously, but he didn't hit him that hard. I don't think he should be suspended for that. I
can see both sides. Ultras got it. Some people in the stands think they're at home in front of their TV. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Who's are today's games anything? Hasn't it all been decided? Now it's just people playing for spoilers. I mean, because the Packers are in, even if they lose the next week. It's either way, it's fun when teams play for spoilers because fucking the Lions, whoever they're playing next, they're gonna try and just fucking take a victory. But
the Bears and the Bears are in no matter what.
Yep,
even if they lose in the Lions. So.
Oh, here we go. Going to go for the home run. Meet Nick Reiner's ambitious lawyer. Nick Reiner's lawyer, Robin Michelle Reiner's son, is going to try and get everything dismissed. He wants a full acquittal. I mean, he's swinging for the fences. He's But I like this part. Mystery surrounds how Jackson got involved in Nick Reiner's case, which accuses the 32-year-old. But this guy, he defended, his name is Alan Jackson. He defended Kevin Spacey, Karen Reed. I don't know whose murder trial captured audiences across the country. Not me, because I don't know who she is.
But this podcast.
Yeah, but either way, so he's gonna try and get him completely acquitted. He's going for a acquittal, not guilty.
I like that we just murder defendant shamed the man. Like, nah, I've never heard of her. Well, maybe you should get more famous murderers, sir.
I want to Google her. Like, it said it captured the country, but I don't know who it is. Was it abused? I don't follow fucking Hallmark movies of the week. But what do you think about him going for the full acquittal?
I mean, it seems nuts. Look, I haven't seen details of the case, really. I mean, so I of course, it could. You never know. He's saying that now. This could be a way to like really get the prosecution. Like, oh, okay, man, come on, don't make us go through this whole thing. All right, we'll plea bargain a little bit more. That's what I would think this is, because the little bit that I've kind of read about it, seen in the media, it seems pretty open and shut, but
I mean, yeah. Karen Reed is a Massachusetts woman who is acquitted of murder and manslaughter in the 2022 death of her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, in June. She was acquitted in June 2025, though convicted of drunken driving following a high-profile trial where she claimed she was framed in a vast cover-up, a theory now central to her lawsuits against investigators and O'Keefe's family, with the case generating significant media. He was found dead in the snow outside a home in Canton, Massachusetts, after a night out with her, and prosecutors argued she hit him with her SUV while drunk and left him to die. Reed's defense alleged an elaborate conspiracy involving law enforcement and others, claiming Keefe was beaten to death inside the home and his body moved. Wow, this does sound fascinating. Now I'm pissed I missed out.
Yeah. Wow.
How is this not a movie of the week yet?
This is nuts, man.
But yeah, they say that he was beaten to death and then put outside, and then she was framed. So, all right. I'm in on Karen Reed.
The fact that she got acquitted, because if you would have just kind of told me this, but didn't tell me that she won or lost or whatever, I would be like, dude, I would imagine the injuries from being beaten to death.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like he's like a cop. He's not like a frail old, like if you want to beat to death a cop, like an active cop. Like, I mean, there's going to be defensive wounds. That guy's going to fight back. It's.
I mean, hit by a car should be like you'd think an autopsy would show. Yeah, this was one big blow by a 2,000-pound piece of metal.
Wow. And he got her acquitted.
Yeah, so now he's going after Nick Reiner. So let's go back to that story.
Now, I would imagine no matter how, even if you got Cochran, if you got hit by a car compared to being beaten to death, I'm leaning. Maybe it was
if the bumper don't fit, you must acquit. I don't know.
That's right.
Jackson is more than likely than many to push for a full acquittal. He fought for that outcome for Reed, even though she faced a possibility. He scrutinized an accuser's story and cell phone evidence to get prosecutors to drop criminal charges against Spacey. So yeah, he. I would love to know how he got hooked up. Is he like a really high profile ambulance chaser? Like as soon as Nick was arrested, he's like, "I'm in. I'm defending you." Like, does he just jump on it? Because I think it said in this story, they don't know who's paying the bills. They're like, who's paying him for this one?
Yeah, because I can imagine the
Bridget Bardot dead at 91.
Kids ain't chipping in for this.
No, let's get our brother acquitted. No, Nick or whoever hired him, they didn't bring him to plead the case out. Nobody knows who hired him. So, all right. I just saw a comment. What did I? Yeah, Sophie and Ken. Is this going to be the OJ trial all over again? I don't think it'll be that big. If it had been Rob Reiner murdering his son, that would be big, but the kid murdering the celebrity, I don't think it's going to be. I think the celebrity has to be the murderer.
A little more open and shut, whereas the OJ thing, there was a lot of debate about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was pretty open and shut. The debate was all in how dumb is the jury.
Fair enough. Well, but
Rob's trust fund for him pays.
People didn't trust DNA back then either. Like everybody kind of says, like, well, it was about race. It was about race, which a lot of it was. But I think if all other factors remained constant and that happened 5 years later, I don't think he walks because
maybe the jury did say in interviews, after the Rodney King thing, this was their middle finger. Like there were some jury members that were like, he was innocent no matter what in my brain.
Sure,
even if he was guilty, they were
I'm not saying that wasn't going on in some of the jurors' heads.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them really got swayed by the prosecution going, DNA, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of that? I think it could be, it's some acronym made up by racist cops. Like, they
had the bit of evidence that the guy had in his trunk and took home over the weekend before dropping it off. And even though it stayed in his trunk the whole time, that's enough to like, why are you taking it home? I mean, I just didn't go to the office. Oh, so it was at your house. Well, but I left it. Oh, really? Like, that's enough to start you took this evidence home so you could fuck with it and tamper. I didn't tamper with it. Really?
There really was a lot of incompetency among the cops and among the prosecution as well.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, so that also had a lot to.
Did you watch back when I had Netflix? Did you watch The People versus OJ with Cuba Gooding Jr.?
No, I heard good things. I never did see it. Heard it was great. I saw the documentary about it though.
I mean, so you're going into it's like Titanic, where you know how it ends. You are going into this knowing full well how this OJ thing plays out, and yet the Bronco chase is white knuckle excitement. The trial, it is so fucking good. I've watched it 3 times, I think. I watched it once. Then I told my wife she had to watch it, so we watched it together. And then I was on the road doing comedy once, and I was just trapped in a hotel room for several days at a club. I was so fucking bored. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch it again. So I've watched that thing 3 goddamn times.
Wow.
It is so well done. I cannot recommend The People versus OJ enough.
Yeah, the documentary Netflix did on it was good. The documentary they just did on Diddy was fucking great.
All right. I will, like we said, Netflix bought, was it Warner Brothers? So once HBO and Netflix merge, I'll have Netflix again.
Fair enough. But we got to start mostly reviewing the newer documentaries. You haven't had Netflix in so long. We can't get on here going like, let's do 20 minutes on a 3-year-old documentary. It's like, yeah, but everyone Netflix seen it. Everyone's seen it but you.
All right. America is finally great again. Iconic 230-year-old whiskey brand stops distilling for a year. Trump's tariffs and slowing exports, are hitting U.S. spirits. Leading, was it Jim Beam? They hit it down. They hit it. I thought it was Jim Beam. Leading Kentucky distillery to halt production. American distilled spirits export. Bourbon has been distilled after. Well, Jim Beam will still be around, but the whole point is Canada cut us off.
Yeah.
So an entire year, this entire plant is shutting down. Did they? Didn't they hold back the unemployment numbers or the jobless numbers for either November or December? Like I know they
claimed that because of the government shutdown, they just couldn't figure it out.
They couldn't.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be interesting to see how fucked we are. Cause I know a couple of people that just got laid off. Their sales tanked over the summer, the industry sales. I don't know exactly what the industry it's I'm not going to say who it is. Cause I don't want to embarrass anyone, but yeah, it's getting fucking interesting out there.
Yeah.
Sophie and Ken, that's what I just said. Canada no longer sells any. They made a big show of pulling all the U.S. booze off. There were pictures when it happened. This happened early on in the trade war. They said we're done selling booze.
Yeah, because with Canada, not only was he doing the trade war thing, he was talking all that shit about how
51st state,
51st state, and all that. And they'd boo our national anthem in hockey games and shit like that.
Well, either way, I mean. It's fascinating how long they can keep, because when this all comes out, next year, next administration, whatever's going on, and we see the numbers, they're going to be fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, my side gig is I work commission only selling maple syrup flavored condoms and edible panties. And man, I got to tell you, they've gotten expensive, and it's not one of the, it's not an essential item that people absolutely need. So
speaking of side hustles, I said our get rich quick was going to be, we were going to make kiddie birthing pools. Apparently they're already a thing.
Really?
Yeah. They're just not called kiddie birthing pools, but they do make little inflatable at home things for people that want to die like that Australian woman. So damn it.
Dude, I'll bet they got the most annoying title for that, the most obnoxious, some hippie. It's an amethyst crystal pond, like some shit. They named it like it's something from Lord of the fucking Rings. I know it.
Well, we'll just need a new one. Jake, I never thought I would say this. I am on Kim Kardashian's side. She's not my favorite person. I don't know why she's famous. I don't appreciate that she's a billionaire, but billionaire Kim Kardashian demands man pay her 6-figure legal bill after judge tosses his lawsuit. Kim Kardashian, he sued her. She won. That's generally what happens is if you sue someone and you lose, you pay their legal bill. The judge tossed his case. So basically, let me scroll down. Where is it? He claimed the reality star started posting photos of him on social media when she meant to post photos of a Texas man with the same name who was convicted of murder in 2001 and sentenced to death. So she took, she went in and was fighting the death penalty or people she thought that were wrongly convicted.
I think she's trying to do a good thing. And
she's trying to do a good thing.
Honest mistake. This guy's trying to rake her over the coals.
Well, and that's the thing is, apparently she did post a series of stories, whatever, but one story. So they posted a series of stories about this guy in death row. One story, 2 days before the execution, mistakenly used one image of the plaintiff, which then, because they have the same name, which then, where is it? Come on, scroll down, because I read it. She denied wrongdoing. They pulled the picture and apologized to him as soon as they discovered it. And then he filed a lawsuit saying, "Oh my God, she did this on purpose. They're trying to ruin my reputation. They're trying to no." Same name, posted a picture, yanked it, said, "We're so sorry, we posted the wrong picture," and he sues, saying she's defaming him. I want to know how it took. This is the problem when you fight a billionaire. She doesn't hire the billboard lawyer. She has $5,000 an hour lawyers. So even if all they do is file a motion. Yeah, that's this guy's fucked. Good for her for fighting back and now demanding that he pay her legal bill. Good for her. Yeah,
absolutely. And I guarantee you he was hoping she would just settle out of court and pay him to go away. Because there's no way if this gets in front of a judge and a jury He's got to sit there and argue. Yeah, man, I would go to like.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Job. What's up?
So the case got tossed. Only if you win do you get paid. You have to sue to get your legal fees back. Sophie and Ken, Todd is saying if he tossed the case, you'll have to take him to court for the bills. So yeah, so that's what. Yeah, so well, good for her for fighting. She didn't. Yeah, she got it tossed, but she is gonna sue him. Like
Yeah, because if this got in front of good for the judge for throwing it out too, because this guy having to sit there and go, yeah, I showed up to my job and my boss was like, you're fired. And I was like, what? He said, get the hell out of here. And I said,
murderer.
Well, because it turns out you're really a murderer on death row. How'd you get out of your cage? How'd you get out of death row? Have you just been sneaking out of death row, breaking your way out? And then you tunneled your way out of death row like Andrew Dufresne in Shawshank. Crawled out, came to work, clocked in. We clocked out a little bit late. We had some extra orders today. And then somehow crawled back in through the tunnel, covering it up with that Marilyn Monroe poster. And you did it all every day of this week.
You did it all the time. Keep coming to work.
You sneaky bastard. I'm docking your pay as well. What you did to that woman was wrong.
Oh, I mean, that's the problem with society today, is everybody wants a payout. Like, you could take this one of two ways. If this had happened to you or me, given that we are attention whore comedians, we absolutely would have used this to promote ourselves. Like, put out a comedy special. Yeah. Nathan Timmel, not the murderer. Like, not that Nathan Timmel. Whichever, you can feed off the attention if you want to. Now, obviously he didn't want to, but fucking accept an apology. If there are 50 stories out, because we make fun of this all the time. There was we did it several weeks ago. Ace Frehley died, and they obviously posted a picture of Eric Singer, not Eric, that's the drummer, of someone in the comments tell me, God damn it, because I said Eric Singer, I got it wrong. The former guitarist for Black and Blue. Either way, they put the guy that replaced Ace in Ace's makeup as part of the montage. Oh, Jake, you're in trouble. Sophie and Ken suing for emotional damage.
What did I do? How'd I make Sophie and Ken sad? That's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on this.
Kim can't pass the bar. Yeah, Vinnie Vincent replaced Ace the first time and got fired. I'm talking like on these reunion tours. It was the guy that wore Ace's makeup.
Maybe it's because I'm not a huge Kiss guy, but when you cover somebody completely in black and white paint with like a star or whatever, I can't tell the difference.
I haven't looked. I started to Google Paul Thayer. I'm going with Paul Thayer. I'm going to Google Paul Thayer. Tommy Thayer. God damn it, Tommy Thayer. I got the first name wrong, but Tommy Thayer is who replaced Ace later. But yeah.
Yeah, not to sound prejudiced against Kiss members, but if you switch the makeup up, they all look the same to me,
Well, either way, Team Kim. Oh, here we go. I sent you this because it was so dumb. Avatar, Fire and Ash, all the box office records broken. Oh, wow. Avatar must have broken a bunch of records, so let's see what they are. The second biggest global opening ever for James Cameron. That doesn't sound like a record. That seems like you came in second, and it's isolated to one director's movies. All right.
Silver's still good, though.
Well, I'm just saying.
Still good.
Silver is good, but it's the headline is records broken. So you broke your own silver record at 89, second biggest domestic opening for James Cameron. Here's the thing. When you look at the numbers overall, Avatar is going down. Like, this one opened much less than the last one. So the thing I sent you said, this is polishing a turd, and it is. The headline, records broken. Third biggest global opening for 2025. It's the third biggest. The Avatar series is less and less, but they're trying to make it the second highest international opening overall since Avatar Way of the Water, the last one. I mean, it didn't break any records. The only one it did was best opening for an Avatar movie in China. That's it.
So, but that's the thing, is it's so misleading when they don't really need to do that. In a time when the film industry is really going down, it still did very good, man. If it's making billions of dollars, I mean, that's still pretty damn good. So the fact that they're I couldn't even find in this article, and maybe it's just kind of hidden in there, but it's talking about what all these other movies made. I didn't see what this one made.
Well, that's the thing is it there it was at the top at like well because they didn't bold it. It came in much lower than the last one. So that's what I said. They're trying to polish a turd. They're saying, "Oh my God, look at all these records," but it's making less money.
Yeah,
it's not doing
347. So yeah, I had to go underneath one of the pictures. I believe it said 347 million. And I'm like, dude, you could just put that. And I'm like, that's impressive, right?
Yeah, you just say it made $300 million. Well, it cost $300 million to film, so it hasn't broken even yet. But I already said that.
And that's the thing, 300 and something million would be. I know I just said billions. I assumed it was because they start listing all these movies that it was in the billions, and I'm like, yeah, 347 million, such a high number. Till we start comparing it to billions. You know what I mean? Now this article and what it's trying to do is kind of doing the opposite for me.
And I mean, it was only out for 1 week, but still, I get it. But all right, next story, because we're bumping up against our time. So let's just start. I should have opened with this one. I forgot I sent you this. StubHub apologizes for mix-up involving heavy metal band Lamb of God and Christian concert. So they promoted a popular ticket after an air led potential concert goers to believe that they were seeing a Christian spiritual about the birth of Jesus Christ, which had Lamb of God. I would love to know how many Christians took their kids to see this family show, and instead they saw Lamb of God. Oh my goodness.
Some teenager was going to Christmas going, oh, I hate my grandma's Christmas present. She's always trying to push this Bible nonsense on me. What's it this year? Socks with Jesus on it like last year? What is it? Oh, it's concert tickets to a Christian rock. Lamb of God. Oh, my. Wow. Thanks, Grandma. Oh, I mean, he loves this Christian rock concert. He loves his Christian rock concert.
And guess what? I'm going with you. We're taking the whole family. All right.
See, the thing is, but the grandma might be too old to go to the concert. So I like the idea of her just not knowing any of this happened. You know what I mean? She's finally like, my grandson really liked his gift for once, and he's stoked, and he lives, and everyone's happy. You know?
Well, I love that idea, but I like the idea of her thinking it's a family gathering. It's not a concert. It's like a performance that she get, like theater, like, oh, we're going to go see the Christian.
Yeah.
And then she shows up and is just like, but my God, that's beautiful. StubHub apologizes. Like, I mean, we talk about this AI getting shit wrong, but just the sheer fact that someone out there, that makes me happy. Jesus was a headbanger. Awesome. Jesus image toaster. I don't know about toaster, but color red. But I have seen Jesus on toast. All right, final story. Here we go. Life lessons from Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom details his biggest life regret. Quote, I wish I was never introduced to cocaine. And the thing is, he was already, if you read the article, he was already a wealthy, successful NBA player. It's not like, well, I was 17 or 16 and didn't know any better. I was trying to stay awake. And no, he was a successful, rich, and so on. Hey, you want to try? It's not like cocaine. It's not like this was the first, anyone ever heard of cocaine, like when crack appeared on the scene, or oxycodone, this is cocaine in 2010. Everyone knows what it is. And yet he's like, oh, I'll try that. Oh shit, I've ruined my life. So
dude, cocaine's so fun. And I totally feel bad for him too, because I get it. And the Cat Williams has that a brilliant kind of line in one of his bits. I don't remember exactly what he says, but he said basically money doesn't make all problems better.
No,
For example, if you give a hardcore drug and alcohol addict, $20, that person will get as fucked up as they can get off that $20.
Yeah.
If you give that same hardcore drug and alcohol addict $1 million, you just made that problem way worse, you know? So, I mean, yeah, that can absolutely happen, especially with a dude who is young like that. I mean, a lot of these athletes, they're really young. They're impulsive. You're giving them a boatload of money when they're young. Tom Segura, actually just watched his new special, is really good. He's got a really good bit about this, he's got a really good bit about a Netflix doc you should watch. It's in the Untold series, the one about Johnny Manziel and about him just getting high and drunk and shit like that all throughout his college years and then just falling apart in the NFL. It was a really good doc, but he's talking about how basically the premise of the bit is like, yeah, well, if you would have given 20-year-old me
a ton of
money and fame and, you know, kind of power and all that, like I would have been a monster. So I would have been not that he was a monster. But,
no, I know what you mean.
You know, just a monster in terms of I'm partying too much, you know.
I think I've told this story on here before, but I'm gonna tell it again. He's gone now. It's very sad. He was one of my favorite comedy club owners. It was a guy named Pete, the Funny Stop in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. I'll be there in February. Anybody in Cuyahoga Falls watching? He's Lebanese. He was Lebanese and gave zero fucks. And I was performing at the comedy club the week of the NFL draft. It had just happened, and they drafted Johnny Manziel. And fucking the excitement was through the roof in Cleveland. And Cuyahoga Falls is 30 minutes away. I'm doing radio promo, and Pete's in there with me. And, I mean, you have to understand, everyone was all in on Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
And he's in there, and he's like, Browns are going to ruin him. Manziel is going to flame out. He's going to be no good. And, like, all the DJs were like, what? And people are calling like, oh, to burn your club down. Like, he just started straight up shitting. Like, no, Johnny Manziel going to suck. Browns suck. And everyone's like, no, he zero shits to give. It was so funny.
He is too small of quarterback for NFL, especially with hangover. He would get sacked constantly.
Yeah. You guys are so lucky not to have money and fame. Yeah, we are. We would do. All right, we've hit our time.
20s. Oh my God, I would have OD'd week 1.
Oh, you already did OD. You just used dog pills. All right.
I did that broke. I did that with $0 stealing prescription medication for dogs. I managed to railroad myself. So, yeah.
All right. This coming week, Saturday the 3rd, I'm good. Saturday the 10th. So we should be back now that we're out of the holidays. We should be good for a while on Saturday. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel.com. Everything you need, t-shirt store. And as I said last week, not just t-shirts, magnet stickers, hats, sweatpants, whatever you need. Special, unapologetic, everything at nathantimmel.com. Jake has been Jake Vevera, Vevera. I spell it out because if you put the little @ in front of it, you'll find him on all social media, everywhere. YouTube, where his special, Unalive by Dogpill, lives. Rich is saying, have a good week. Thank you, Rich. Sophie and Ken says to like and subscribe. Thank you, Sophie and Ken. And we will see you 6 days from now on Saturday at our normally scheduled time. Thanks, guys.
Go see Lamb of God with your grandma and your kids.